Hello and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Blue the Nuzlock. I am the Holy Pablo and I apparently need to re-record my game. However, I made the crucial mistake of saving the game instead of making save states. So you're getting post-commentary, and this is all sped up. I got Rufus to evolve, he's a Crobat now. I got Kami to evolve, he's a Gyarados. I forgot to do a couple other things. We're gonna get through Mount Moon. I'm also gonna fail to properly input information. So apparently that's what I'm good at. I did make the trade for the Abra. I just picked one up for the purposes of saying that we're gonna get the trade, because I was supposed to record that, but that information didn't get saved. I bought a bunch of items because Meowth has Payday. I hit a Pokemon with Payday, there's money on the floor. I pick it up, I have more money. It's a nice cycle, and Meowth needs to survive so I can maintain my financial income. Because otherwise I'm gonna cry. Much like when this Pikachu spams Growl at me. And then Clefairy follows up with even more growls. What else? It's gonna be an awkwardly situated set of things. I'm not gonna put up the usual, what's it called? The team on the left and the encounters on the right. I'm just gonna tell you verbatim what they are. I'm also gonna tell you, be sure to have Flash when you go into Rock Tunnel, unless you've memorized it. And don't be like me, I called this place Mount Moon for the longest time. I can't get it out of my head, apparently. Anyway, beating up all these trainers is nothing new. That's what we do here at the Holy Pablo Incorporated, TM Trading, TM Pending. I joke, it's not an actual thing. But for some reason, this Slowpoke specifically was the bane of my existence. It's solidly tanky, and I had nothing to hit it super effective except for Leech Life. Leech Life is not a very good move. Anyway, in this cave, there's a 55% chance of running into Zubat in either game. There's a 25% chance of running into Geodudes in this cave. A 15% Machop encounter, which we will find in the very near future. And a 5% Onix. Also be sure to heal at the Pokemon Center in Route 10, because otherwise you get teleported to the last Pokemon Center that you were at, that you actually healed at. Walking in is not enough. I am definitely not going to record the same way that I did for this one. We're still skipping the encounter over here on Route 9, excuse me. Because we really want to slow, bro. Oh, there's the Machop. I knew it was supposed to be here at some point. Since the level cap is 25, I did spend a lot of time just freaking out. What do I do? Because level 25 is kind of still tight. I forgot also that I had the bike, and I also forgot that I had a bunch of repels. I thought I only had 2 of them. I have 10 in my backpack at this current time. It's the loss. I don't make the rules. I make the rules. Another thing to note, at least for me, I've noticed that Pokemon, the types of trainers that you run into becomes really expansive after Rock Tunnel. I'm not going to face any of the trainers out immediately outside of Rock Tunnel, but we'll get there eventually. But in Rock Tunnel alone, you have a bunch of lasses, you have a bunch of hikers, and you have a bunch of Pokemaniacs. With the exception of the water routes and the tower, the trainer classes will start to open up a little bit more. For example, the western front to Fuchsia City has lasses, has beauties, has bikers, has karate martial art guys. I think... Oh, wow. I think there's still some hikers there, but I'll have to double check that. There's a lot of Pokemon. Or there's a lot of trainer types. I did switch to Darwin being the Geodude delete button because Geodude is a not very especially powerful Pokemon. And Sandra's going to reach level 25 very soon. These images, they hurt my soul to watch. Anyway, Sander is not really going to be used anytime soon. He did his job, which was to take on the third gym, Lieutenant Surge. I'm not going to have much use for him going forward. He might take on a couple of fire trainers, he might help against Blaine, but for the most part, he's pretty well spent, shall we say. If I can keep him alive, it's always great to have it, because that's just another body that I can throw at whatever problem I run into. It's not this trainer, but the next one, Sander should level up. And the level cap is 25, so if he does exceed it, he cannot be used in the battle. And the only reason to use him would be to face Gary Oak's Growlithe. But that's what we got our water-type Pokemon for. Speaking of which, I am still sad that we don't get to get a Growlithe of our own, but it is what it is. Oy. And that's really bad for that Onix. That Onix did 18 damage with a super effective rock move. Golbat isn't exactly the definition of a bulky Pokemon. It is fast, and it's okay. Its move pool is definitely not doing it any favors. So, that's just something to think on. Other things to note. Drowsy and Meowth will evolve before the next gym leader. Not before Rival 5 in the tower. Rival 25. I'm gonna start referring to him by his level cap just so that we're on the same page as to what to expect. I did some fooling around here. I forgot there are no items because this isn't Generation 3. Hero's also going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting. Turns out grass Pokemon really don't like flying types. So, Fearow, Vulpix, and Golbat are going to go take on Erica and absolutely destroy her gym. Hypno might help because lots of poison types. But I don't think we're gonna need it. What do you want, Cat? You're not bringing me another dead bird? Thank you. No more dead birds. We have a cat that's been living at this house that I'm staying at. A couple nights ago, it brought in not one, not two, but 3 different birds in the span of an hour and a half to offer as tribute. And right here is right about where I stopped recording when the repel wore off. I was checking the EXP of Drowsy. It's got 1700 before it levels up, so it should take on the next few rock trainers, the next few hikers without any issue. I didn't actually look at its EXP after this. Let's see here, 6, 7, 13, so it's got 400 more XP before it levels up. It was at that point that I realized that Kami hasn't gotten a lot of experience points, and it's really strong, and it will get even stronger if I give it experience. So I elect to start training it right now. Water flying isn't particularly the best. It's got a huge weakness to electric and rock, but its special is really high, so that's not an issue, and its defense is pretty solid with a equally good defense stats. What do you want, cat? Have you come in to bring me dead birds? No? Okay, cool. So Kami's going to be used a lot. Rufus, because poison is weak to bug, is going to help with Erica. Although it only gets 1 move to assist. Wing attack is base 35 and it doesn't get it until level 32. It's a really bad move. But Golbat is also a filler Pokemon. This isn't Generation 2, where I would actually consider using it long term. Anyway, at this point, we are almost out of the cave. We've got 2 more trainers to face. It'll be a nice short jog. And after this is again the getting the few encounters that we can. We have guaranteed Vulpix on the routes next to Celadon because we have every single Pokemon that appears normally. We have guaranteed Eevee because I don't want to go through the gambling. I'm going to have to for technical moves, but then I realized the technical moves are like Reflect, Light Screen, and Substitute. And don't get me wrong, those are not bad moves. They're just not moves that I'll be able to benefit from very well. Although I still might stop in to grab the light screen and reflect because those are still good moves. I'm skipping all these trainers and I'm grabbing the max ether because level 25. It's here. And we're skipping all the way over to route, I believe this is route 11. Like I said, there is a lot of things for us to start catching. This game is going to open up quite a bit. All we have to do is find the self-scope and get the fishing rods. And then we get a bunch of encounters. Unfortunately, this game does not have a robust encounter list. Alright. Vulpix is a... I have a list here. I had a list. Oh, wait. I need to just go backwards in my notes. No, wait. Go here. Go here. Okay, we're on Route 8. Pidgey has a 30% encounter rate for both games. Ekans has 20% for red version, and Sandshrew has 20% for blue. Meowth has a 30% encounter for blue, and Mankey has a 30% encounter for red. Growlithe has a 20% for red, and Vulpix has a 20% for blue. So it took a little longer than I would have liked to get Vulpix, but we got it. In the underground, there are items. I'm not looking for them. We made it to Celadon, and getting back to the Lavender Town is not a difficult task. We don't actually need to get the self-scope, but we'll get it, but that's for later. I choose to take the free Eevee, and I name him Vinny. I have Spaceballs on the mind. I've said it a couple of times now. It should come as no surprise. We're going to evolve it into a Flareon. It's not a good Pokemon. I was going to catch the Doduo, but we don't have Cut on us right now, so I'll grab it later. Also, Vinny is level 25, so he gets no training. I don't know what to do about the fact that he doesn't have a fire move and won't have it for a while, but it is what it is. We also picked up a second Firestone for Vulpix. And we admire Vinny's stats, because even though I despise Flareon, it's got some really good attack stats. Its speed is okay, but we can make it work. Last stop on the block is to grab the coin case so that we can actually look at things. I'm considering including the casino Pokemon as extra encounters because they're not guaranteed. I'll catch you all later, so let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.